The Twists of Faith and Fate, written in 2001 by Michael A. Blanchard. Michael Blanchard grew up in southeastern Massachusetts. Born with a mild case of cerebral palsy, he has overcome many adversities. Throughout his life, people around him never understood why he looked the way he did, so they bullied him. He was a very angry child and needed a positive release. At the age of 13, he had to move to Simpsonville, Kentucky with his father in 1993. At the age of 14, he started writing poetry. He has lived in Massachusetts, Kentucky, Florida, Mississippi, and now back in Louisville, Kentucky, where he has lived since 2002. He has been podcasting since 2008 in Louisville, Kentucky, and enjoys quiet evenings at home, listening to music, watching TV, and playing online games. He always enjoyed reading and decided to write for himself. Mr. Blanchard loves writing poetry, and it is a release for him, and now he wants everyone in the world to see his work. So here we go, guys. I'm going to read a couple of poems from The Twists of Faith and Fate. Here's one I wrote about the September 11th attacks, because again, I wrote this original book in 2001. It's titled, Fight for What You Believe. In this day and age, we must fight. We must fight for freedom. We must fight for love. We must fight for what we believe in. In this time of loss and tragedy, we band together and fight for our freedom. We are all Americans. There should not be any discrimination. But there is, and we fight that as well. There are men and women fighting right now overseas. They are fighting for America, and we must be brave and pray for them. We must fight for what we believe. All across the country, every person has helped another, and as America is united as one. Because we all fight for what we believe, we must fight for what we believe in. For the victims, families, police officers, firefighters, and soldiers of September 11th, 2001. The next poem is actually probably my favorite in the entire book of Twists of Faith and Fate. It's called Take Me In. Take me in, into your heart. Take me into your life. Believe in me as I believe in you. Love me as I'll always love you. Take me in, into your life. Take me into your heart. Please save my soul and take me into yours. So there you have it, guys. Now on to the video. Hello everybody out there in YouTube land and Facebook and Twitter and wherever else I'm going to post this video. It is I, TFU and Mike from the Geekcast Radio Network. And for those of you who may not know, I've been writing poetry since I was 14 years old. Back in 2007, I got my first book published, The Twists of Faith and Fate, which I still have copies of. I actually have 3 books of poetry published, Twists of Faith and Fate 1 and 2, and Never or Forever. I currently only have 35 copies of Twists of Faith and Fate. It's a book of poetry. It's mostly love stuff. I did write a poem about, at the time I wrote this, it was back in 2001 when I originally wrote the book. Of course, I didn't get it published till 2007, but there's a poem in here that I wrote about September 11th. There's a poem in here that I wrote about the Red Sox, since I am a Boston fan. But for the most part of it, it's love, emo stuff type poetry. I don't know. I have 35 copies. They're $15 each. That's $15 shipped. The reason why I'm trying to sell these remaining copies that I have on hand, number one, is hopefully people that are fans of me or have listened to me podcast out there would like to know a different side of me. My 21-year-old self way back in 2001. But the other reason why I'm trying to get rid of these copies and sell them, I will tell you in a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, yes, I know, beard. Oops, wrong finger. But beard, yes, I know. The reason why I'm selling the books, or I'm trying to get rid of these 35 copies, and they are all signed. I did, when I actually went through and looked in the box, I didn't realize I had already signed all these. I signed them back in 2007. So, they are all autographed. I can personalize them, if you want to write a note in a book that you might buy. One of the reasons why I'm trying to raise money for a new cell phone is really why I'm selling these. This is my cell phone now, the Samsung Behold, the original Behold. that came out in 2007 from Samsung. I've had two different... I've had this same phone since 2007. I've had to have it replaced several times. And with T-Mobile's insurance plan type thing, they only send you the exact same phone that you had. They never send you another phone. This phone I've had more malfunctions with after prolonged use. When I first got on T-Mobile and I first got the plan, after 6 months of use, the screen just totally died. So they sent me a replacement phone. That phone, again, after an additional 6 months of use, the screen died again. This one, I got this replacement Christmas time this past year, 2010. It is now July. The battery will not hold a charge. Actually, it will hold a charge. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. But the battery bar says it has 4 bars of battery life. If I'm on a call more than 2 minutes, the battery will just die and I have to plug it in. When I plug it in, the funniest thing is it says battery is full. Makes no sense. When I try to take a picture or something with the phone, after about 2 pictures being taken, the battery will die. Now T-Mobile has said, "Oh well, let us troubleshoot this for you, and we'll see what we can do." I'm tired of having this phone. I am selling my books that I had published to raise money for a new cell phone. As I said, I have 35 copies available. First come, first serve. I have PayPal, so that'll be an easy way to pay for the book. It's $15 shipped. It's 85 pages. It's called The Twists of Faith and Fate. So if anyone out there wants to help me raise money for a new cell phone and wants to maybe know a little bit more about Mike Blanchard, outside of podcasting, oops, here you go. If anyone's interested, you can email me at tfg1mike@gmail.com. And as you heard in the beginning of the video, I read off some of the poems that are in here. It's not often that I do readings. I mainly just write the stuff. It's every now and then that I will do a poetry reading. I'm not a very good public speaker, like in front of an audience. Like, I don't have stage fright, but I just don't do public speaking that well. Like, behind a mic, off camera, I can do fine as far as podcasting goes, but even trying to do a solo show didn't work. I have to have somebody to interact with. So yeah, anyone wants to help me get a new cell phone, please get in touch with me, buy my book, tfg1mike@gmail.com, $15 shipped. I will be turning comments off on the video. The point of this is I want people to contact me through email, and if they want a copy, I'll ship them out. Most likely what I'll do is, if I get all 35 copies sold within the next 2 weeks, I will ship them all out at once to whoever buys them. And that way I can, save on the shipping costs instead of having to go to the post office every 3 or 4 days. So if you're interested, send me an email, tfg1mike@gmail.com, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's help me get a new cell phone, because this is a piece of shit phone. I'm sorry, Samsung, it is. I've had this same phone 3 different times, and every time something has fucking happened with it. So yeah, The Twists of Faith and Fate by Michael A. Blanchard. You can also find my other books, Twists of Faith and Fate 2 and Never or Forever, on PublishAmerica.com. go to their online bookstore. Just search my name, Michael A. Blanchard, and you'll be able to find those there if anyone wants to buy the other books. I currently only have one hardcover copy of Never or Forever. I'm not selling that just yet. I think I am going to work out a trade with someone for something on that one. But yeah, so 15 copies. Sorry to keep reiterating myself here. It's midnight. I'm losing my mind. 15 copies, or not 50, 35 copies, $15 each. Anyone's interested, send me an email. Thanks, guys. And gals and whoever else.